Rockbird. Ah, it's just the classic Rockbird. Nothing to get worried about. I'm just gonna assume... Well, let's not waste any SP right now, in case we need it later. But I'll just try to do a critical, I guess. I don't really understand. I genuinely don't understand how the critical is different from just a regular attack, to be honest. I don't get it.
V-slash.
Yeah, we'll just keep doing V-slash.
V-slash.
Seems to be working. V-slash. Okay, let's just keep doing criticals. I'm sure somebody will tell me why I shouldn't be doing criticals as opposed to just a normal combo. Oh, wait a minute. Can I be canceled out of a critical? Maybe that's the secret. Maybe that's the secret. There we go. I won.
Big win, puppy.
Yay! What was that? That wasn't there when we came. Yeah, that guy named Mullen said there was a trap. Think that was it? Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get out of here. Later, losers. Oh, they made it out. I can't believe it. They defeated the Rockbird, too. Ha ha ha. Colonel Mullen? Those guys are amazing. They managed to even escape me. Colonel Mullen, shouldn't we chase them? Having a little information about the Anglo civilization get out will not undermine our plans. Let him go. I respect his recklessness. What was the name of that boy? He said it was Justin. Justin. Quite a character he is. I had fun for the first time in a while. Ha ha ha. He likes us, guys. Alright, we get away. Hee hee, wasn't a dream. I did have a great adventure. Just wait a second. Isn't it too soon to run away? It's evening already. Let's go back to Parm. Okay. I guess that was our quest for the day. I don't know if I should go back and try to get that thing, but I feel like maybe it's something else I'll need later. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was the only thing we possibly missed in there. Unless there was something really well hidden. But yeah, I guess I could try to finish my comic book story. I don't know if I'll have enough time to actually do that. I guess there's nothing like an adventure to make you hungry. Come on, let's go home. Oh, I remembered, by the way, I was watching back the recording and I never went in here. So I kind of want to go in here and see what's in here. Oh, there you are, Justin. Come to ask me to show you the engine again, have you? No problem. Or that's what I'd like to say, but I can't for a while. Those Garlisle Force guys are clamping down on visitors. Something about checking for suspicious characters. Last time I got chewed out royally for sneaking in at night. Better come back later after I figure out how to sneak in without getting busted. Food was so bad I got sick and went home. Call me George. Food so bad he got sick? Wonder where he ate. Must be the Blue Marlin. Mom's food would never even give you heartburn. True. Yeah, basically the end of the story is, in order to get that Flash omnibus that I wanted, you can literally request them to order something for you if they don't have it, and so that's what I did. I didn't really think it would work because it was like a stupid comic book. I'm like, like, are they really gonna get this? Like, they're just gonna be like, ugh, I don't care. And then they actually did it. Like, they actually did it, and like, I don't think I got notified of it. Or I did, but I took too long to actually go get it, so they like had to take it off the shelf and put it on the thing. But I felt so bad. I was like, because they put it on hold for me, like specifically left it there. Like, they had purchased it for me to read, and then left it on the shelf, and I never came and picked it up, and I was like, oh. And then they had to move it, and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. But I did end up going back and renting it eventually. I just really didn't think they would actually get it, and then they did. Anyways, say Justin, it's all great going to see Liere and everything. But do you know how to get to the new continent? Of course I know, we just need to get on a ship. Okay, then how do we get them to let us on the ship? Well, I know, we'll just ask Mom, she's sure to know. Hey Mom. Welcome home, Justin and Sue. Dinner's ready. Wash your hands and come along. I'm gonna save the game again, I guess. And here we are once again, upstairs. Where should we be going? Where should I be going right now? I gotta go to the store. Oh, I think I'm supposed to talk to... I think we have to eat dinner. I think that's the main plan right now. But I do want to go to the store real quick first. Let's go ahead and do that. Yep. I want to sell. Let's see. I don't need any of these. I'm gonna get rid of the toy bow. I'll keep that for now since it's like an accessory, but I will get rid of the shin shoe as well. Which leaves us with 701. Let's look at our armor that we might be able to purchase some armor. Okay. Plus 48 move. Oh, okay. Yeah, so trade. Perfect. Okay. 80 gloves. Trade. Bam. Look at us. Shinshu already got, but we could buy an FL ribbon as well and give it to Sue. Perfect. Look at us. Alright, now we can look at weapons. Let's look at weapons real quick. We still got some money left. We don't have enough for that, but it would be useful. We do have enough for 2 of these. So, or wait, do we have, no, we have enough for 1 of these. I'm just gonna equip it to, yeah, we'll give it to Justin at the moment. But I do want to see if I can just give Rock X to Sue. Assuming she probably can't equip this. Let's be real. Yeah, she can't equip that, so we'll just sell the axe, I guess. It'll do us well. That's my... Let's see... we'll sell that for 100. Leaving us with 186. And neither of them can actually use the hand dart. So it'd be nice to have I'm guessing a serrated sword is what that's supposed to be. I'm not really sure. Another metal bat. Actually, we only need 500 to buy the serrated sword, because then we can give the other metal bat to Sue. But nobody can use a hand dart currently, so we'll just not use that. But we are fully decked out, at least at the moment, as best we can be. I'm gonna go store the wooden sword so I don't have to carry it around. So let me... Actually, I'm gonna stash the rune ring as well. And the wooden sword. So many HP. Probably don't need this many items anyways. I don't know how many they can hold, so maybe it's not a problem just yet. Okay, well that was a whole thing that we did, a whole ordeal. Anyways, hello. Dinner's ready. Wash your hands, come along. Cool. I'm ready to eat. I'm prepared to eat food. Say, Mom, how can we get on a ship to the new continent? What is this all of a sudden? Well, I always used to go back and forth on my own ship. That's right, you used to be Lily the Skull, right? Well, if you want to know about ships, why don't you go to the port? That's it. That's one way to do it. Come on, Sue. We're going to the port tomorrow. Sounds good to me. Anyway, Justin, you're dirtier than usual. Where exactly were you playing? Not playing. With an introduction from the curator, we went to the Salt Ruins and we're doing scientific research. Ooh, you doing scientific research? No, that's funny. What's so funny? I wonder what scientific research means anyway. Now that you mention it, the curator praised you very highly. He said you were being very good. Yes, now he might forgive me for breaking the statue. Oops, now I did it. Hey, Justin, I didn't hear anything about that. What exactly did you do? Oh well, you're so hopeless. Tomorrow I'll go myself and apologize to the curator. But you have to go apologize yourself too, okay? Understand, Justin? Okay, the new continent's Valencia, right? Which is bigger, Valencia or Messina, where Parm is? Well, there's nothing on the other side of the end of the world. Hey, I know. The end of the world is where the world ends on the new continent, right? Do you know, there's something that I don't quite understand. Is there really an end to the end of the world? Say, Justin, what do you think the end of the world is like? We'll never know if we don't go. Anyway, let's go to the port tomorrow. Alright, we're going to the port. Let's do it. It was delicious. I'm full. The way to get to the new continent. Try to find one starting tomorrow, right, Justin? Good morning, Justin. Are you ready to go? Sure am. Let's go to the port. Oh, man. I realized I had... Oh, come on. Please don't... Why can't people just leave me alone while I'm recording? I realized I had a plan to play... come on, let's go to the harbor, Justin. Aren't we going to ask about the ship? Yes, I know. I know where we're going. Okay. So today I've got a plan to play Among Us with some people tonight, and I was realizing, I was looking at the clock, and I knew I had to record this because I wanna edit and render this for tomorrow to upload. So I was like, oh, I gotta record this today, and then I realized, oh, I'm playing Among Us at 7, and that's probably gonna go late, so I wouldn't have, I'd be recording this much later. And I was like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Well, because I was thinking, I'm like, I got plenty of time because we were planning on playing at 7. And then I was like, oh wait, no, I don't have any time because it's like an hour and like 8 minutes that I need to record. And I'm like, oh, I just like have to start recording now. So I started recording at like 5:30 just now. So, do I need to, what am I doing? Hello? Hello, old man. See, Mr. Wren, how can I get on a ship to the New World? Oh, you mean the steamer? I think I told you already, the steamer docks at night. Okay. Yeah, so I was like trying to rush to get to start recording. I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta start recording right now. But yeah, it's Saturday. You kid, passengers only passes. I'm gonna go home. You think you're such a big shot? Can't you just let me in for a little? Alright, well, there's nobody who... Hello? I like the port. Lots of ships going in and out. I think of them as my children. Ah, your children are ships. Whew. I'm a shipwright. I make ships, very good ones. I put my soul into them. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Even if it is the rule of the sea, throwing people overboard in a barrel is no fun. But that's what you get for trying to stow away without getting a steamer pass. A steamer pass? Oh, you can't get on the ship to the New World without a passport? Boy, don't you even know that? Except for sailors and soldiers, everyone else needs a pass. Well, then how do you get this pass? I want to go to the New World too. Getting one from somewhere else is the fastest way, maybe. I remember an old man in the cafe in North Parm telling adventure stories showing everyone a smelly old pass. I think his name was Java. He's an adventurer too, so I'll just go ask this guy named Java. The cafe is in North Parm, right? Okay, any other information? Give me not another day of washing dishes. Pay isn't bad, but I can pull it. My hands get rough too. I am a foundering ship. I love you. No, I remember. I've already talked to this guy. Okay, goodbye. I'm going to the cafe now. So it's like a Saturday. I recently decided to buy a new pair of headphones. They're coming in tomorrow. I literally ordered them today, so I'm pretty excited about that. I realized I used to use these nice like ear canceling headphones that I bought, and they were like $80. And I was using them for the longest time. Until the like ends of them broke off, so I had them for years, and the noise canceller doesn't work anymore, so I'm like, I should get new ones. I stopped using those like a while back, and I've been using like my game, like I think it's my PS4, my Xbox One came with a little cheap shitty gaming headset that like connects into the controller, so I've literally been using that, but not the mic, just the headphone part, and it's just like one earphone on the right. He better come back soon or we can't do business, arg. Say there, we want to see an adventurer who comes to this cafe. Can we come in, man? Don't be silly, you're still a kid. Anyway, I'm busy. That silly boy took the key with him again. So someone took the key to the cafe and went somewhere, right? Alright, I'll go find him for you. Are you sure? If you bring back the key, I'll let you in tonight. That silly boy. He must be off at the harbor watching seagulls again. It is very clear that that's supposed to be a bar and not a cafe, yet they keep calling it a cafe. It reminds me of Majora's Mask with the milk bar. They literally have a milk bar in that, and you could buy Chateau Romani, which is like a really high-class milk. But I think in the actual Japanese version, it was literally just a bar, but they're like, oh no, it's a milk bar, you get milk and you're only allowed if you have a member's pass. Hello, small child. On the other side of the sea, there must be a whole new unseen world. Oh, hearing that gets me excited. A whole new unseen world. I'm gonna go. I'm sure you'll go, Justin. I'd like to travel the world, too. Take over the family business. Someday I'm gonna sail around the world as a merchant. Okay, I totally thought this was gonna be the boy. Is it not? Is there another boy? They said a boy at the harbor. Oh, okay. I skipped over his text. It's supposed to be him, the guy who has the key. It has to be. Sir, do you happen to have the key to the cafe? The key? That's right, I still have it in my pocket. Should you guys take it back? Say hi to the owner for me. Tell her I'll be there soon. Key to the cafe acquired. The owner? Are you talking about that woman? Okay, just leave it to me. Yes, you can get this like milk called Chateau Romani. And it like boosts you. I think it like boosts your magic bar, and I think it gives you half damage on attacks as well. It's like a big like boosting potion. But it's very clearly that it's supposed to be like a bar for adults, and you get this like special milk there that gives you special powers. It's like, what's this all about? I'm a small child, you can't be giving me things like this. Ma'am, I found it, isn't this it? The key to the cafe? Gives her the cafe key. Yes, this is it. I'm glad I can finally open the cafe. Thanks for all your help, you two. We got some good jellyfish stew in, so the customers will be happy. I'm so glad, ma'am. So as you promised, okay, I'll be ready to open in a little while, so come back then. Sure thing, old lady. It has taken a long time, Mullen, and the difficulties must have been great. Yes, I apologize, Father. There were unforeseen distractions. Refrain from giving me excuses. Just tell me the results. Did you find it? Forgive me, Father. I have not lived up to your expectations. I am prepared for the consequences. Consequences. Mullen, if you are not capable of producing results, who is? I can think of no one. Make preparations for the next strategic plan. Prepare to move out. He seemed like such a sweet guy in the first cutscene, but now he seems like kind of mean. Why is General Ball in such a hurry? The plan was proceeding smoothly. He's probably just very tired. Father has his own way of looking at things. Your comments are not required. Forgive me, Colonel. I forgot my place. Lieutenant Lean, I didn't mean it that way. Sir, yes, sir. At any rate, we got nothing from the salt expedition. Colonel... Colonel Mullen. The boy was musing. Justin, I believe. Colonel? It has been a while since I've seen you laugh like that, Colonel. I was thinking that it'd be nice to have at least one in our ranks with as much energy as that boy. At least we would be certain that things would never be boring. Man, this guy loves us so much already. Just from our one simple interaction. Lean. Prepare for departure. Destination, Elencia. Well, that's away from us, so no problem there. Say, Justin, I can't wait to find out what kind of an adventurer Java is. I'm trying to do so many different voices. I don't know if they sound different at all. I feel like they probably don't. Let's go. Off to the cafe. I'm just trying to do my voice, but like different inflections. So like deep voice, kind of like slightly higher pitched voice, slightly higher pitched, but like with a calm, less emotional demeanor. Where are you going, Justin? You said that Mr. Java is in the cafe in North Palm, right? With her, you gotta be very energetic and kind of all over the place in terms of tones. So you can't be very monotone, which is like my natural inclination is to be monotone, but I have to be energetic. Oh no, I'm late. Everyone must be waiting. Excuse me, ma'am, why don't you come to our place, Seagull Restaurant? Good idea. Miss Lily's food is delicious. Okay, we'll eat dinner at the Seagull. Cool. I convinced him. I'm a genius business salesman. Hello. What's you, Justin? You shouldn't be playing at night. This is the age of learning. Oh no, not this guy again. Actually, I'm doing social studies. Don't give me silly excuses. If you keep playing adventurer, you'll be left behind the times. Times keep moving on. The virtues of the past are useless now. You must cultivate yourself. I do want to check to see how many people are actually like up and about. There's a few. Who's over there? I wonder to myself. Who's under here? Why are you here? What you doing here? You're not still playing hide and seek, are you? Yep, they still haven't found me. Cool, huh? What's up, bro? What are you doing, sir? Peeping into someone's house? Hey, you're a thief. No, this is my own house. Oh, it's you, Mr. Dolan. What are you doing here? Why don't you go into your house? Actually, a terrible monster has taken over my house. A monster? There's a monster in your house? If so, then I'll get him for you. Justin, you're so cool. Puff, puff. Don't do that. Take my advice and don't do it. That monster has arms and legs thick as logs, steam coming out of its ears. Dear, you're home, but you pilfered money from my purse and went gambling again. I see. I won't do it again. So the monster is your wife. I was hoping to get to slay a monster. Okay. That was a cool little side story that we discovered. Now I want to talk to everyone. Now I feel like I should talk to everyone. Everyone at nighttime. Let's go into Genki's house at nighttime. Hello. Gantz's house, that's what I meant. Not Genki. I was thinking of Spider-Man. Thanks for not telling Gantz about me losing the key. Gantz always beats me up when he gets mad. Being able to keep a secret is one of Justin's virtues. He might not have any others. Being able to keep a secret is one of the marks of an adventurer. Hey, Justin, give me back the spirit sword I lent you. The spirit sword? The wooden sword. It's mine. No way. I worked so hard to find it, so I should be able to keep it. True. It should be out walking around at this time of night. It's late, so go home and get to bed. I told Mom I'd be back soon. I don't want to worry, so I'll see you later. I don't want to go into all the houses. That's a lot more effort than I wanted to go to. Sniff, 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 sniff. Whose voice is that? Could it be the ghost? You're such a chicken. Let's just leave, Justin. Let's go, Puffy. Wait up, Sue. I'm coming too. Sniff, 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 sniff. She's not a ghost. You there? Why are you crying? I've never seen you before. My dad got rid of my cute pet cat. He said it meowed too much. I did forget about that whole plot detail. There's like a ghost that shows up at night. It's apparently one of the wonders of the town or something. He said it meowed too much. Poor thing. Is there anything we can do? I know. I'll lend you Puffy. Give him a big hug. Puff, puff, puff. He's so fluffy and so cute. Thank you. Hugging him made me feel much better. I think I'll go home now. Huh? Do you live in Parm? That's odd. I know all the kids who live in Parm. Well, when I was little, I once cried when they got rid of a pet of mine, too. Justin, did you have a pet? Sure, I kept 3 cockroaches behind Mom's back. Cockroaches are not pets, and your mom runs a restaurant, so of course she'd get rid of them. Thank you, you two. I can finally go home. Let me hug Puffy again sometime. Anytime, right, Puffy? Puff, puff. Okay, I helped this small child, I guess. We're in the Young Men's Club. You could say we're like the defenders of justice. You know, when we stopped some soldiers from bothering a girl, we really got thrashed. I feel so hopeless, because the Young Men's Club can't meddle with any army soldiers. There's a lot that's different at nighttime, isn't there? Okay, I still can't go in there at night. Is this man confessing his love? Oh my god. What is it with you? Bashful? If you have something to say, then just say it. Well, gulp. I had been a foundering ship, but I have finally found you, a port for my heart and you. Please, be the port for my heart. Please. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Please let me dock in your port. Oh, me? A port for you? Of course, the tide rises in my port with love for you. My port is open, tee-hee. Only you can... Wow, alright. Alright, bro. You're cute when you cry. You must be so much in love with me. Blushes. Yes, hooray. Oh, thank you. Oh, congratulations. Didn't we come at a good time, right, Justin? Yes, hooray. Wow. It worked. It worked out for him. I'm happy for him. Look, Justin, you can see the steamer. Stanley steamer. You're right. It is huge. It'd be so cool if I could travel around the world on that ship, specifically. My dream is to sail around the world as a merchant. Okay, yeah, you always say that. You're always saying stuff about sailing around the world. You should have sharp ears. Look, the steamer's arrived. So hard to see in the dark, though. I can see it just fine. That will take me to the new world. I'm definitely getting on the ship. That's the spirit. You can do anything if you try hard. I'm sure you'll board that ship. Why did he say I have sharp ears? What does that mean? Why did he say that to me? Why did he say that to me? Alright. We're just, we're looking around. We're talking to people. Oh, the girl's gone. The girl's gone. She's just gone now. How interesting. Who else is around and about? Did I talk to... Did I talk to anybody over there? Can't recall. Did I talk to the person in front of the sign? I did talk to you. Everyone must be waiting. Excuse me, ma'am. Why don't you come to our place? Oh, right. There's 3 people over there near the museum. There's a person over here. Howdy, dude. Can't you see it's light out even before daybreak? The gas lights make it light. With the steam engine, the Industrial Revolution will sweep the world. It will be more and more convenient. Our Joel Foundation is making a great contribution in this direction. Makes me proud. Hello. Can't sleep. Why? Why can't I get to sleep? What's with this old guy yelling like that at night? I know this old man. He's really sleepwalking while dreaming of being unable to sleep. So this old guy must be up all day. He must get really tired. Hey, Justin, what are you doing at this hour? The museum's closed. The curator's gone home. Said he was tired from repairing the Ikarian statue all day. Wow, it really takes time. I thought it'd be easy to stick those wings on. Oh, Justin, a walk this late at night? Sort of, ma'am. How are you getting along with Murray? Fine, thanks to you. Yeah, so I bought some new noise-canceling headphones on Amazon, and they're supposed to arrive tomorrow morning. I don't know why some things just show up so fast. I feel like I ordered something else as well. Oh, I ordered a mini HDMI cable, that's right. Because I got a... Apartment night has gotten much quieter than it used to be. Trains carrying coal used to be running constantly day and night. I remember the sound of passing trains as a lullaby putting me to sleep. Justin, you couldn't have remembered that. You were too little. I bought a... I spent a lot of time on eBay just buying games and filling up my collection. I've got a whole list of stuff, and I just generally just go through, and I try to only have 3 things that I'm bidding on at least, unless I have one coming in the mail, then I'll just wait for it to arrive before I start bidding on another one. But I recently bought a Neo Geo Mini, I literally just bought it. I think I got a buy it now price from eBay. So I bought it, and it was like almost new. It's kind of hard to get it new, but it's rather like I got it for a steal because it was like barely used, like used once. Ah, Arg, yeah, it's you, Justin. Want to mope with me? No thanks. Why don't you tell me the story you always do, sir? My story of the Parm of old? Okay, why not? Where was I? At that time, Parm was still rural. The men were all rough and rowdy. No civilization of steam engines, but it was a good life. There were pirates and adventurers. Wow, there were pirates? Sir, you were an adventurer, right? Were you ever attacked by pirates? Of course I was attacked. That Lily the Skull was dreaded by all adventurers. That's my mom. Lily the Skull. Could that be my dear old mom? Ah, Arg. Ah, it was a good time. Wish I could go back, Arg. Oh, well, he's mumbling again. I don't think he ever gets to the end of his story. Okay. Oh, wow, look at this sign. Here it is. I've never been to a cafe before. Sort of exciting. It's okay, don't worry. No one is going to get mad. Let's go in. No one will get mad at us for going into an adult establishment late at night as young children. Hello, I'm a young child. Egads, how ridiculous. Come all the way from the new world, but the excavation work is finished. Guess I'll tour the old world and go home. They don't have tourist traps like the end of the world. The end of the world? The tourist trap? Have you been there? Fool, no one's been there. I just saw it. I saw it. Many head for the end of the world, only to lose their lives in the misty forest before they get there. End of the world? Misty forest? Someday I'll go there. I know it. Okay. Wait, why is there a young girl in here? Coming up, Miss Curlian. One more double cappuccino. Pippi, it's you, Pippi. What are you doing here? Didn't you know, Justin? Me and my two sisters, Farah and Curlian, run this cafe. Wow, Pippi, you're really responsible. Justin ought to learn from you. How dare you? 2 more biscottis. Good luck, Pippi. I'll come help you sometime, okay? Alright, I feel like I have to talk to people multiple times. Oh my, welcome. You kids really helped us out. In gratitude, you can have whatever you want. Cool. Miss Curlian, did we do anything you need to thank us for? Don't you remember, Justin? You brought back the key to the shop today. What? That old lady? Was that you? Miss Curlian? Can't be. Wait, what? You didn't recognize her? By changing your mind and body with makeup, a woman is an enchantress. What? What are we talking about here? A woman is an enchantress, you say? You have a way with words, little Sue. Anyway, it looks like Java's not here tonight. Too bad. You can ask the other customers about him, though. That's the voice I decided that she had all of a sudden. The men drinking coffee over there always talk about Java. Go try talking to them. Okay. Hello? You want Java? Young as they are, you sure know coffee. Shall we order a couple cups? Wow, a cafe is the perfect place for a man named Java to be at. He really, he was really born for this. Not Java the coffee, I want to know about Java the adventurer. Java the adventurer? That all? You ought to ask that guy about old man Java. He's so old he's moldy. He tells the same stories over and over, but if you even yawn, he'll bawl you out, saying, "You fool." He's holed up at Lek Mines or somewhere. Can't blame him for coming to the cafe for diversion. I didn't even know anyone lived up at the Lek Mines. That old man Java, he's so loud when he's here, but it's too quiet when he's not. Maybe I ought to take some coffee beans up to him at Lek Mines. Okay. Hello. If you're looking for Java, the customers know better than me. Go ask around. Stay away from the ones that look dangerous. Who knows what'll happen? Don't scare me like that. But that Java is such a pain. He'd better pay his tab pretty soon, or we'll be out of business. Okay. I thought it was awful quiet today without Java around. Knowing Java, he must be up at Lek Mines drinking coffee with the goblins. Okay. Everybody knows where he is. Wow, this really hits the spot. This old world coffee isn't bad. Sir, you must be from the new con. You come by ship, right? That's right. The ship just came into port. Faster than I expected. If you like ships, visit the port. You ought to be able to see the ship I came on tied up at the pier. Getting seasick is no fun, but coffee gives me a nice buzz. I think he's buzzing quite a bit. Alright, off we go. Wait, Justin. Puffy hasn't just gobbled up some peanuts without asking. Let's go apologize to Miss Curlian. Okay. What, you say Puffy ate some peanuts? Puff, puff, puff. I think he's saying he's sorry. Will you forgive us? I know. Then I'll let you make amends. Can I ask you to do something? That silly Java forgot his wallet the last time he was here. I'd like you to take it to him. Alright. To get to Lek Mines, we just take the train from the station, right? No problem, leave it to me. Puff puffed. Puffed puff puff puff. Okay, okay, Puffy, we get it. Puffy says he's hungry. Come on, Justin, let's go home. I wonder what the peanut reference was actually supposed to be. Maybe it was actually just peanuts. Because I've been to quite a few bars and places that literally just give you peanuts as like a snack. I don't know what else it possibly could have been. We need to go to the station, I guess. What was I talking about? Oh, I bought a Neo Geo Mini, right? Which is like a lot of like companies are doing these like little mini consoles lately. So there's been like a Genesis Mini, which I have a PS1 Mini. I don't have a Super Nintendo Mini. I only have 2 of them, I guess, so far. But now I have a Neo Geo Mini, which I bought in the box, but it's missing like so many things. Like, first of all, it does have an HDMI attachment, which is kind of the reason, like, I want to play these on a television. Like, I don't want to play it on the little tiny, stupid-looking arcade it's like a tiny little arcade machine is basically what it looks like. You almost got chewed out for your duel with Gant, so let's hang out for a while. It's late, so let's come back tomorrow. If we sneak in at this hour, we'll get chewed out again. Okay, so I can't go yet? Is that what you're saying? You said I had to go to the station. That was what I was told. Justin, I hear you went to a cafe. Even I didn't go until I was 5 years older than you. Sorry, well, it's sort of a man's thing. But I did drink a little too much. I'm so full of it. Hey, Justin, I haven't really been a little lonely lately. Nah, not at all. Soon me around, it's always lively here. Justin, you're so dense.
So, what's the special today? I love it that Lily has such an expanding repertoire.
Today's special is a full moon rabbit saute. Delicious. One daily special. Coming up, one daily special. I didn't exactly order yet. Well, everything you have is we just do this to him every time. Lily's food gives me the strength to haul coal another day. I feel like working hard. Puffy is happy again today. Puff, puff, puff. I see. Puff, puff to puff to puff. I have not at all questioned what this thing is or why it exists. I'm just gonna... I assume that it's just a small little thing, pet thing that is around, and it puffs. Yes, I don't quite know what he's saying, but I can tell that he's quite happy. Justin! Ouch. Now what's that for, Mom? Today my shoes aren't so muddy. What time do you think it is? It's so late. I was worried that you got hurt. I'm glad that you two are home safe. Come on, eat before it gets cold. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we're eating already? Now we know where Java lives, so tomorrow we might be able to get a pass for the ship, Justin. Wonder if he's a great adventurer. I can't wait to meet Mr. Java. That was such a... Like, I guess we just did literally nothing yesterday, and then we waited until nighttime. I thought it was going to be the same night, but no, clearly we're... if that were true, we wouldn't be eating dinner again. We wouldn't be eating dinner twice. So... I heard that you're going to the Lek Mines to see Mr. Java, right? It's dangerous, so don't go. I guess it's useless telling you, though. You are the son of an adventurer. And a pirate queen, apparently. But promise me one thing. You have to promise to protect Sue. Remember that you are a boy, right? Of course, Mom. I'm an adventurer. Sue's fine. She can protect herself. Take care of Sue, Justin. If Sue should get hurt, her parents will turn over in their graves. Don't worry, Auntie. Despite appearances, Justin is pretty tough. Yes. Sure thing. I will keep her safe. You know, that Mr. Java must be pretty scatterbrained to forget his wallet like that. Yes, sirree. Even I'm not nearly that forgetful. But don't you always forget to feed Puffy? Right, Puffy? Wait, why would I feed Puffy? Isn't Puffy like your thing, your responsibility? Don't you take care of it? Puff Puff? Let's get to Lek Mines where Java lives. We take the train from the station. I think Dad once said that there's no more coal in those mines. Alright. We will go to Lek Mines then. That was delicious. I'm full. Tomorrow we're going to Lek Mines. See Mr. Java. Don't forget, Justin. I would never forget. Good morning, Justin. Are you ready to go? I guess so. Alright, I would like to save before... start doing anything. Mom? Mom? It won't let me talk to her. Do you want a special, maybe? Oh, it won't let me talk to any of these people. Okay, I guess we're just leaving then. That's weird. Is that a glitch? Is it a bug? Hello? No, I just can't talk to anybody. Huh. Everybody's turned to stone, I guess. Are you stone? Well, she's clearly not turned to stone, but I can't talk to anybody right now. Is this a bug? Is this a feature? What's happening? This feels weird. Alright, well, let's leave then. We were supposed to go to the station. This might be a bug. Justin, you have no patience at all. Patience in an adventure is taboo. Come on, Justin, let's buy our tickets. I think it's bugged out. I literally can't talk to anybody. Oh, there we go. Justin, you came at a good time. Those army guys are almost gone. How about I show you the engine? Not this time. Today I'm going to Lek Mines to bring something Java that he forgot. Must be something important. Don't worry about the tickets. Just today it's on the house. Really? Thank you, sir. Cool. Well, now that I can talk to people, I want to talk to Lady. Oh, by the way, I think I'm just an idiot. I don't think it was glitched at all. What is it, Justin? Mom, you look lovely today. Where'd you learn such sweet talk? I'm busy, so if you shut up. Save game. I would like to save my game. So I bought the Neo Geo Mini, right? And it has it comes with like a cable for just plugging it into like a USB into like a wall socket. And that's it. That's all it came with, other than the actual like mini console. So you can like play things on the mini console if you like plug it in. But I wanted it to put it on a television. I wanted the display. Get your box lunches. How about a box lunch from Parm to take on your trip? I'll have a Parm steam engine lunch. Steam engine, what's in it? The wheels are black rye bread. The engine oil is butter. The coal is chocolate. And puff, 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 puff. Oh, Puffy, you. We know you love chocolate, but stop that. It's embarrassing. Since when is Parm famous for that? Forget it. I told you, forget about it already. Munch, munch, it's so delicious. Ah, my stomach hurts. Oh, we've got to get a doctor, quick. Oh, wait a second, Justin. I know my body better than anyone. I just ate too much. Ate too much poison slug. Ew. My boyfriend is finally coming back. Getting excited from just waiting is the privilege of a girl in love. The reunion of separated lovers. How romantic. Isn't adventure exciting enough? So how do you know anything about love anyway? How rude to say such a thing to a charming lady. True. All aboard, please board now. The train is about to leave. You've got to get on the train. I came to Parm to get a new Parm on business. The ship must be in port pretty soon. Sir, what kind of business? I will serve in the new Parm church. Despite my looks, I'm a minister. Wonderful. Father, would you please preach to this mischievous boy, Justin? Oh. I got really confused for a second. I was like, wait, is that her dad? It's just here? But it's like, no. Okay. I do get it. I do get it. Let me tell you. Hey there, boy. Have you heard of the steamer that goes to the new continent? Soon this station, too, will be thronged with immigrants and people buying goods from the new continent. Because the port of Parm is the only gateway to the new continent. Can't be dawdling. You have to get that pass quick. Ugh. Oh. I totally just shoved that. It was epic and cool. Don't go. If you want to cure your mischief, stand on your hands at breakfast and pray to the spirits. How could that cure his mischief? Let's go. Woo! Adventure. But yeah, in order to plug it into the television, it has this weird port that I'd never seen before. Apparently there's like such thing as a mini HDMI. And that's what it has. So I have to buy a mini HDMI to HDMI cable, which I've never had to buy before. I've never seen anything that used mini HDMI. So I had to order one of those. Other than that, I have to get a controller for it. I realized it didn't come with a controller, and now I'm like, okay, well, I have to look up a controller I can use for it because it doesn't have... It has 2 ports for a controller, but it didn't come with a controller. Bye now, you two take care. Of course we will, thanks. Thank you, sir. I'm not a sir quite yet. Can't keep up with these kids. I assume I have to use a very, like, special controller. So I'm worried it might be an expensive thing to try to get a hold of. Oops, I just left. Oh, I could literally just walk back. Hey guys. Hey guys, it's me. Your boy. Alright. It's not very clear where exactly the border of the world... Okay. It's very unclear where the border of the world ends. Oh my god, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, do I follow this? Okay, I follow this. I think. Yeah, this seems right. There's a path going off this way. Why is there, like, a pole here? Is Jabba's house. Huh? No one's home. How careless. Oh well, I'll just leave his wallet here. Jabba's wallet left.
Hey, you! Who are you barging into my castle like this? Oh, you're a couple of thieves. Get away from my wallet.
Yowzer. No, you got it wrong. You just came to get a pass. Oh no, Justin. He'll misunderstand you. His wallet. Wallet.
Let it slip, did you? You can't be too careful nowadays. Come on, give up quietly. I'll cut out your rotten heart.
Say, Justin, is this man really Mr. Jabba? Sure, he used to be an adventurer.
Hey there, little girl. Used to be an adventurer. Bah, used to be. I'm an active adventurer even now.
Yeah, you have really good ears. Excuse me, we came to ask you a favor, Mr. Jabba, actually. And that's the story.
I say, you want my pass to the New World, hmm? Now, boy, let me ask you one thing. What will you do on the New World?
I want to go east. I'll head for Angelo, awaiting me... Or is it... It's Angelo, I think. Awaiting me on New World.
Oh, Angelo, you say? That takes the cake.
Is this voice annoying? Am I annoying? Come on, it's no joke.
I'm sorry about that, but Angelo.
Angelo really exists. I know it. I seen it in a mysterious vision I saw in a cave. Okay? It's real. Trust me. I know.
I understand you just fine. Depending on the circumstance, I might just give you my pass.
Really? So give me. Thank you.
Don't be ridiculous. Who said you're getting it for free? Overcome the trial before you, and you may get that which you desire. That's the way of an adventurer.
Hee hee. Alright. I'll take on that trial. That's right, no problem, right, Justin?
Earl said, listen, never lose that spirit. Oh, hun, well, I'll give you a trial. Follow me. We're going to the mines and back. Come on, no dilly-dallying.
Let's go to the mines in the back. Which way are the mines? In the back. Trying to find them. So yeah, I got that cable on order, but I need to also order a controller to play it. But the reason I bought it was because I wanted to play a lot of the old Neo Geo games, and I was trying to get a Neo Geo console, but they are still super expensive.
Oh, the entrance, like mine. Monsters have begun living somewhere way back there, and I can't stand their nasty groins. If you manage to slay their boss, I'll give you my pass. This is my trial for you.
It's sort of dark and foreboding.
Ah, well, it's in mine, so of course it is. You're going to give up and go home?
You're joking. Of course we're going, but Java, can you stay here until we get back?
Alright. Show me your spirit as beginner adventurer. Well, you want to go now, or do you want to rest first?
I want to save my game first. Old man. Stupid old man. Okay, I'm ready. Yes, I defeated him.
Don't be ridiculous. You don't ever become an adventurer telling transparent lies like that.
Yikes, just joking. Okay, I'll be off. It was worth a try. It was worth a try, you know? Some slugs. But yeah, like a Neo Geo AES console is like still about $700. So I don't know if you guys know about the Neo Geo, but it was essentially at the time it was a console that was created to basically get as close to arcade emulation as possible. Like it was created because Neo Geo was well known as a company for creating a lot of the more popular arcade titles at the time. Like Fatal Fury, they created like Bubble. Did they create? No, that was Taito. Sorry. They created I believe Puzzle Bobble. Did they do that one? They did a lot of the fighting games like Samurai Showdown, and you know, all of that. They are responsible for creating Fatal Fury, Art of Fighters, all of that shit. But they released a home console once. Problem was, it was incredibly expensive. Even at the time, like, nobody could buy it. It was only, like, collectors and, like, rich people who could afford to buy a Neo Geo console. Like, it was not accessible to everyone. Work cloth. Yeah, we both have sportswear. A spider. So even to this day, like, it obviously didn't sell very well. And even to this day, it's mostly sought out by collectors. And it's actually genuinely difficult to get a copy or an actual console. And so I was trying to get one, but it's like $700 still to get a Neo Geo. It's like one of the most expensive collectors items, and I mean it's even about as much as a flippin' like a modern new console, like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. It's like, so I was looking into it because I still wanted to play those games and see if I could get copies of them without just using, like, emulating the arcade versions, which is definitely something I could do, but having home console versions is more my speed. This is a very complicated place. So, why are these guys running? They're just running away from me. So I'm gonna ignore them. Does this go anywhere? It does. It goes to level 2. Alright, let's go back. Let's explore everywhere first before we just start going to level 2. Yeah, I wanted to get one. So I realized there's some like arcade collections that I could buy. Oh, they made Metal Slug. Metal Slug. That was a big one. So I could get some like collection pack, but I saw that they made a mini console version. I don't think it's a mini. It's like a mini version of the console, but more like a mini arcade thing that like it emulates the original arcade versions of each game. But that was cool enough for me. I liked the idea of that, so I just bought that. Literally, it's nothing more than just emulating the arcade version. It's literally the same thing.
We won.
But, you know, I don't know. It's just, I like the idea of it. Like having a little mini console is just a cool thing. I don't know. I'm easily impressed, let's say. What the flip are these guys? It's my initiative. Oh, they're orcs. They look powerful. I'm gonna have you do a critical, and then you follow up on that. I don't really know how it works exactly, but I think that is how it works. I'm gonna have her attack this guy. Oh, that was shit. That was Justin. Whoops. Sometimes I don't realize. Critical. So maybe that's how we boost up the thing. We do a combo and then we have somebody follow up with a critical. Maybe? I don't really know. I don't really know. I'll just pretend like I know, but I don't. I don't really know. But yeah, I purchased that instead, but it didn't come with a whole heck of a lot of stuff. Other than that, I've been working on getting some newer things. What is that? A grenade. Okay. What is this? A rubber boot. There's a snake in my rubber boot. Negates my movement, my sneakers, which make me move fast. So I'm not gonna equip it for now. A single point in defense I don't think is nearly as beneficial. I think for us, what we want to do is we want to take out this orc. Are you with me, Sue? Fuck, I always mistake who I'm actually being right now. Alright, I gotta be careful with her because she's in a rough space. Alright, I think that actually worked fairly well, all things considered. So I'm gonna have Sue hopefully follow up and try to... Okay. Did not exactly go as envisioned. I'd like her to just take out this orc here. It's actually somewhat of a battle, isn't it? Let me do a crit. Amazing. I swear, I have no idea how this battle system works. I'm trying to figure it out, but I really don't. I could not tell you how it works.
Alright, we won!
I have some ideas. I'm experimenting with it, but you know, it's still not exactly how I think it is. But I started buying. I think I have Dynasty Warriors as my next thing on the list that's showing up. That's not showing up tomorrow, but that'll show up in a little while. I got the first Dynasty Warriors on PlayStation 1. So that's on the to-do list of things to experience. But I think that's actually a very different game from what Dynasty Warriors I imagine it being, which is just like the hack and slash thing that I've known it as for so many years. I think the original Dynasty Warriors is actually like a fighting game. I'm not entirely sure. But obviously Dynasty Warriors is like, it's the same, it's like the same franchise that is making like Hyrule Warriors and stuff now. Hyrule Warriors, and they have a bunch of like spin-offs. They have like a Gundam Warriors, they have like a One Piece version of it. They have an Attack on Titan one. So I've always wanted to like mess with those games and explore them a little bit. They've never been like regarded highly as like classics or anything, but just like kind of stupid fun mostly. So they're on my to-do list of something. So I have one coming in the mail. That doesn't mean I'm gonna play it anytime soon, but I'm just like, I'm getting things. Mainly the plan is that I have is that whenever so I usually do a random selection to determine like what I want to play next, and what ends up happening is if I don't own the game, then I'll like, I don't know, there's not much I can do. I just have to like, I'll just try to purchase it then and there, and then I realized, well, I could just like try to figure out what to purchase every now and then. So I have a big like list of stuff, and I usually just randomly select stuff in advance to add to the list of things to purchase. So I always have stuff that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on purchasing this. But I've got like a bunch of stuff on that list that's too expensive at the moment, or too hard to get. One of those is on the very like beginning of that list is just Nights into Dreams on the Sega Saturn, which is not that difficult a game to like play exactly. Like, I remember I played it originally on the Xbox Live Arcade, I think, back in the day. And yeah, it's not that expensive either. If you can actually find a copy. The problem for me has been trying to find a copy for a reasonable price, and that's been a little tough. A little tougher than I envisioned. So it's only estimated at about $50 cost, but it's tough to find a copy of it that'll go for that much or that little. So that's been my problem with that one. So that's why it's on the bottom of that list. It is probably like the cheapest and easiest of those to probably obtain, but it does make its way onto the hard to find list. Oh, am I gonna get ambushed because of that? Oh no, apparently not. I do need to watch Sue's HP because she definitely could be close to death at any point. But yeah, there's that. Then I have the Neo Geo, I think, on there. And I have two games I want to obtain on the Neo Geo. One of them is King of Fighters 94, and the other is Fatal Fury, whatever the first one is. Fatal Fury King of Fighters, I forget. It's a very confusing franchise. But I want to get both of those on the Neo Geo, so those are both there. I checked those individual prices, and not only are they like, will I need a Neo Geo console to obtain them, which is part of the reason why they would be on the list anyways. But they're also expensive in and of themselves, so they both go for like $60+ That's the whole thing. And then on the very bottom of that list is the Xbox, the new Xbox Series X and the PS5. PS5 is definitely the most expensive thing I have on my list to obtain. So it's I'm not in a rush to get it at all. Oh, there's a gold or something. But, you know, it is something I feel I will have to obtain sometime in the future, so it goes on the list. Okay. It goes on the list. I'm not trying to really get one right now, but I just wanted it to be there in case. that's a Discord notification. Oh shit, where did they come from? Boom, boom. Okay, we're getting a lot of Discord notifications, which is fine. The plan was to play at 7, but they might want to try to play earlier. So it's like 6:30 right now, so they might be trying to play right now. I'll have to check that in a little bit, but I'm kind of busy. I said 7, so I don't think it should be a big deal, but let's attack you. Why do they always... It seems like they're always just going right for her. Like, I feel like Justin just doesn't take nearly as much damage, but they're always, like, targeting her for some reason. Feels kind of unfair, to be honest. And we're gonna have Justin be able to attack, and we'll see if we can get Sue's healing off real quick here. At any point? Nope, apparently not. That's fine. I'll try to do it immediately as soon as she gets an attack in the future. Looks like there's some sort of dynamic leveling here based on what you actually use, which is kind of interesting. So I'm purely getting weapon skill points right now, but if I were to use certain fire-based magic or whatever, it looks like I would increase my ability in that, which is kind of interesting. I do kind of like that, a dynamic building system, so long as I don't have the possibility of completely like ruining my character based on not focusing purely on using fire spells or whatever, because that could really throw me off. All right, we've explored literally everywhere else in here, which means we can just go to level 2. But yeah, I've been working on buying those. I have had a thought of another thing I might want to do for the channel, which is like a sort of collection-based series based around like stuff I like. Because there's a few things I always wanted to try to collect over the years. One of those is those old... I don't know if you guys remember these, but you'd have to have grown up like in the 90s / early 2000s. But Fisher-Price used to have this series of toys called Great Adventure. I think it was called Great Adventure series. So it came with like a knight's castle, and there were a whole bunch of different ones of those. And as a kid, I used to love that shit so much. I had so many of those, and they're still in storage at my parents' house. So I was thinking I could like bring all those over and then try to find on eBay maybe some additional ones I didn't have, like some of the smaller collectibles, because there were like basically recolor versions of some of the Pirates sets and you know, some really unique things that I just didn't have. I feel like it would just be really nostalgic and kind of cool to just have that and like make a series out of that in terms of collection. So that was one of the things I wanted to focus on. The other thing was Bionicles. I always loved Bionicles as a kid. Always liked putting them together. I thought it'd be really fun to try to, in my adult years, try to collect Bionicles, maybe make some videos out of that. So if anybody's watching this far into this video, you know, let me know what you think of those ideas. I'd love to do it, but we're full. Okay, this is new. Well, I feel like I didn't pick that up. So it is probably better to use herbs as opposed to... No, it's probably better to use sweets, honestly. Because sweets restore, but it would only... Wait. No, was I picking up... Did I use the herbs that I was supposed to be picking up? Maybe that's what happened. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm gonna have to find a place to save soon. It's my initiative. Yeah, so those are my two ideas, but it'd be an entirely different type of video. I was feeling like it might have to be another channel I'd create even. I don't know if it would matter too much. I've always thought about trying to create other channels, which, by the way, kind of brings me to something I haven't talked about at all, which is that series I started doing with my friend Schreiber. We did Frogger a long time ago, like last year, early last year in like March, April. No, it was probably like February-ish. We started that series, and obviously COVID started, so we were like, okay, well, all right, I'm getting annoyed by this. I just have to use an item so that I'll have, there we go. I'm just carrying too many items. So there is a reason to store items instead of carrying them around. But yeah, so obviously we stopped doing that, and we never really came back to it. It was an idea that was sort of thrown around. I asked him like maybe a week or two, like a few weeks after quarantine, I think, if he wanted to try again. But he was not very into the idea. Which it was still early in quarantine, so to me it was like I kind of just trusted people to like know if they were sick or not. So I was still going to visit my parents and everything. I wasn't that like super worried about it or anything. I've since kind of been a little bit different about it. I really don't want to get it. And so I understand like wanting to just play it safe anyways and just not hang out with people. Like I definitely got behind that in later times. But yeah, we just never ended up going back to it. There was a reason I brought this up though. Oh, it was because at the time when I started that series, I asked him if he wanted to do a similar thing about like the about like creating a different channel instead for this, and he said no, so he said let's just do it on the main channel, and I was like okay. So that's what we ended up doing. And yeah, so that's where we are today, to this day. So I could fall down either of these ways, but I'm not gonna. Hopefully there. Oh shit! I did exactly that. I really didn't want to fall. Hand axe. Oh, I can discard some of these, like... Let's discard the work cloth. Okay, I want to try to get out of this hellhole. How do I get out of here? Bruh. 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 Okay, that was wacky.